Making 32 grand in the last month was pretty life changing, and it really opened a lot of opportunities up for me, just mentally seeing what the online space can do for you if you are serious about business. So I'm going to tell you exactly, guys, how I made 32 grand a month and how you can do the exact same even if you're starting from scratch. But full disclaimer here, I'm not going to give you some quick fix methods. You must be prepared to put in some work. Anybody that tells you that they're going to give you a quick course or anything, you're not going to find that here. It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of discipline, but I promise you, once you get to that side of the road, it is rather exciting, and it really just makes life effortless, and you can do a lot of good stuff in the world if you choose to go down that route. Now, firstly, if you do not believe me and think I'm lying, you probably have a small penis. You probably hate your life, plus can't do anything, nor will you ever achieve anything. I genuinely feel sorry for those guys, because I used to be exactly like you. When the big boys, like back in the day, even Gadzi, whatever his name is, and all these other online guys in the space, when they would say on a YouTube video, how I made this amount, here's how I did it, immediately my red flags just went straight up, just immediately up, and I was like, nope, scammers have to be lying. It's not possible to do that, especially at a young age in your 20s, or even some of these guys 18, 19, 20. It's not possible. It has to be a lie. The only way is the traditional system of getting a job, trying to get the best education possible, and working yourself up the ranks. Or you had to be some sort of football player or international actor. That was the only way, and anybody else that said anything else was possible, I was like, nope, it's not true. Now, guess what? I was wrong. And if you want to actually make something of your life, you need to break this belief. If you think I'm lying, you are never ever going to make it until you get rid of that belief. Because I promise you, I was in the exact same position. And once you get rid of that and go, wait, hang on a minute, maybe he's telling the truth, maybe there is more out there to the world, it is completely possible to start from nothing and do this. And I want everybody to be able to do this. It's not going to be possible for everybody, because a lot of people will just never ever put any effort in, and they will unfortunately work a 9 to 5 till they're 60-year-old, maybe retire one day with a couple hundred grand, maybe 500k, but they're too old to actually experience life, and it is not a good life. You can have a different life, and you can make this in your 20s if you fully desire. And if you're a little bit older, 30s, 40s, you can still start today and get there within 1 year. I'm going to promise you that. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that, and you can have that life you want. You might not want the lifestyle I live, and that's absolutely fine. You can do a lot of damage with 10k a month, 20k a month online, because for the guys out there that are maybe making 10k a month in a job, you're still not free, bro. You still have to show up. It doesn't matter to me, right? Even if you're making 100 grand a month, give me the 5 grand a month online business and let me work on that and scale it up, because I can be free. I do not want to be in a job making $1 million a month. It doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't matter to me. So you have to just get at it and just break the belief. And I promise you, the other side is very fruitful. So, Jake, why are you making this video? Let's break this belief. Are you here to boast, or what's the catch? Nope, zero catch. I have nothing to sell you. Don't have anything to sell you. I just think it's really interesting to document your journey. I wish I had some person out there when I was 16, 17, 18, and I was just getting started. I never even seen like a real video. I just seen all these flashy edits of saying, here, here's how you make this money, but they never actually gave you the sauce. There was a couple of guys, I can't remember their names, but it was good for motivation, and that was about it, because 30 minutes later I was back scrolling on my phone, getting ready to go to work. So I never took any action. So I'm just here to make a raw video and just try and help. If I can help one person starting out on their business, I believe that is paying it forward. And then once you get successful, pay it forward, right? That's all I'm trying to do. This channel is not serious. The other channel that I'm scaling, how I'm making this money, that is very serious, right? It's a full-time operation. This is just to kind of rant, to boast, and seeing if I can help one person turn this into a reality. The elephant in the room. How did you make 32k a month? And how can you do the same? I promise you, if you have 12 to 18 months of dedication, you can make this with absolute ease. Now, YouTube is my full-time business. For those that you know the origin story, I used to do ecom, and that was my kind of come up, my initial cash flow to get out of my 9 to 5, and it worked very, very well. But I wanted to not be famous online. I wanted to go down a different route because I just like the idea of building a personal brand and scaling an online digital product, right? I think it's a way better business model, in my opinion. You can get more opportunities, because I was making a lot more money than I'm making right now in ecom. But I was behind the scenes, I was very stressed. It's very messy, an ecom store, especially at a high level. And I believe if I go full scale on this YouTube channel, not this channel by the way, if you think I'm making money off this channel, you're insane. I'll show you that in a second. This channel doesn't make any money, of course it doesn't. Nobody watches these videos. But eventually, maybe one day, I believe if you go full scale, that's how you win, right? So you probably are jumping from different business models to, and this was me, bro. Back in the day, I was doing all this shit. I did the Forex, I did the SMA, I did the YouTube automation, the crypto trading, real estate, tried all this shit, the drop shipping. What truly matters, I'll show you right here. This is actually an image from one of Sam Alvin's videos, if you remember him, the OG. He talks about this, and this is so true in any business you do in anything, right? So imagine you have 100 points of energy per day, right? And you can only put that one way. What this is representing, these are all little businesses, and that's your energy, right? So you make no progress. You make a little bit of progress, but really you make no progress. If you put that 100 points of energy into just, for example, YouTube, right? Whatever the business you desire. It honestly doesn't matter about the business model. You can all scale to 100k a month. It doesn't matter about the business model. It's ideal if you have something that you're passionate about. It would be a little better. But if you're just prepared to put in the work and just play the game, it doesn't matter where you put this amounts of energy. The important part is put it into one thing and one thing only, and I guarantee you'll get there. Because if you're spreading your energy so thin, it's impossible to let alone make any good money. You might make a couple of grand in a couple of them, but it's not going to be scalable because there's one person out there going 100% all in, and you're going 10% in each business model, and he will fucking kill you in online business. Same with anything, same with fitness, same with if you want to be a professional footballer. The professional footballer out there isn't going to play darts on the weekend, then he's going to play a little bit of snooker, then he's maybe interested in rugby. The professional footballer, Cristiano Ronaldo, for example, is only doing one thing, and all his time and energy is on health, training every day, fitness, and that is it. He is not doing anything else. So, how did I make it? 23k a month in sponsors, I have a private community, 7k, and 2.2k of ad revenue. And again, if you think I'm lying, you have a small PP. So here's the channel that is my full-time business, and this is what I plan to scale, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to scale this to even more levels. So this is the YouTube business, of course, right? So I went from ecom, scaled that down to fully transition into a YouTube business because I like the idea of being like the face, and I thought this niche was very easy to dominate because in the crypto niche, it's like nobody knows what they're talking about, and even if they do, they're not prepared to put in the work. And I thought and so far it's a very easy game, and I'm only going to destroy the rest of the competition. And even if I don't become number one, just having the mindset of thinking you're going to be number one it's only going to do good for you. If you just think you're average, if you're trying to approach a girl and you think, she won't like me, whatever, right? You're never going to have much success. If you just think you're the fucking man, even if you're not, you're just going to have better success in anything you do. So that's my goal, to scale this up. And again, if you don't believe me, enjoy being poor. So, how I scale this to 100k in the next 6 months, and I'm going to show you how you can do it. Input equals output, full blast scale. So, a lot of people use money as idiots, right? So, a lot of people, they start making money. They maybe make the first 5k, 10k. What they start doing is they upgrade their lifestyle, right? They just maybe buy a Rolex, fair enough. They start to take out a mortgage. They maybe do all this stupid stuff. They are maybe at the club, they're doing all this shit, and I have been opposed to this. I've done this. You maybe start looking at a new car, and what actually happens is you just have more stuff, right? Let's say you get to the point where you can buy a Lamborghini, right? And it's maybe costing you 2k a month, 3k a month with insurance, whatever, right? Could easily do that right now, but you know what happens? It just sits there, and you feel like you have to use it, right? So you feel like you have to use it because you're spending 3k, 4k a month on a Lamborghini, right? No problem if you're making 10, 20, 30, 40k, right? That's fine. But you have to put this time into it, right? You just feel like, now I need to go and use it. Now you waste all this time and the business isn't growing, and you scale it back and there's one motherfucker out there that is just sitting completely topless in his boxers, just doing one thing and not wasting time on all this crap. So imagine if you could just get rid of that. Less is more. Just go full, all balls to the wall. I'm going to tell you how I'm scaling this. So we're already doing very well. We've got a little team, but now we've hired another team. And what it is this dude, G, he has an agency. He reached out to me. I respected his hustle. And we've already started. And what he's doing is scaling content. So if you guys are very familiar with Alex Hormozi, he's all about input equals output. And I've said this for years. For those people that have my number, my literally status is input equals output, and it's been like that for years, and it's so true. So what this dude does, and he's very expensive, so again, you're not going to be at this level, most of you guys, but I'm paying this guy 6.8k a month. Listen, $6,800 every single month is going to this little man, but I believe he can give me a good return, right? So he wants the money, I want the eyeballs to get me more money. That's the way it works. So you have to use money as energy, because a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll start increasing their lifestyle, and I've definitely increased my lifestyle. I'm in Thailand right now, I'm paying a decent amount for rent, but it's absolutely nothing in comparison. So I've got all this money now because the YouTube business is just scaling so well. There's two things you can do. There's three things you can do. You can sit on the money, fair enough. You can invest it someplace, that's probably good to do. I'm doing that as well. But a lot of people will just, like I said, do all this dumb shit, right? They'll just keep buying more shit, and then this lifestyle goes crazy. The best thing to do is, once you have cash, use it to scale your business. So for this guy, and this is fucking insane, and it just took me so long to understand this, and maybe because I was a little bit scared. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not scared, but it's like 6.8k, like $7,000 USD is coming out of my bank account every single month. So we have to get results. I've not got unlimited money. I've got money, but I've not got unlimited money. So we need to get results, of course, and I want to make a return. And like I said, you have to take risks in life. It is scary to spend this amount of money if you're brand new. You're not going to be doing this overnight, so get some cash flow first, and you're not just going to scale up to like 10k a month and then immediately below 7k, right? You'll need to go a little bit past this. You would maybe spend 2k a month on somebody, and you would do it in a shorter level. So you're probably asking, what does he do? Well, what he does is he does the Alex Hormozi method. So what we're doing right now is we've obviously got the big YouTube channel. We're scaling on 3 accounts on each platform. 27 pieces of content per day. Think about this. It's fucking insane. And it really, because all you're competing for is impressions. And all the guys in the cryptocurrency space, they're not prepared to do this, right? Because they've got that lifestyle. They're just trying to get quick dopamine all the time. They're all geeks and they just don't understand business. And it took me so long to understand this, but I was like, fuck, this is exactly how you win this game. So we're scaling in these 3 accounts. Instagram. I don't have the other 2, but we've got 3 TikToks as well. And then, of course, we've got 3 other YouTube channels. And what this does, right? On these 9 accounts, 27 pieces of content per day, because it's 3 times 9, 27. All this does is link back to the product that we sell on that channel. More eyeballs come to the YouTube channel, and it's just a win exponential growth. Because a lot of people, right, they'll be like, okay, well, I can just save this 6.8k and I can do it on myself. And that's true, you could do this on yourself, but what you're going to have to do is it's going to take a lot of mental effort, right? Because imagine if you're still editing your videos, and that's people that are just scared. They've never had money before, and they just want to keep the money to themselves. They'll just grab the money and be like, store it, because they've never had money, right? That's what most people do. That's what I used to do. But once you understand money is energy, it's like, wow, well, it's impossible to set up 9 accounts and then you have to get a SIM card and you have to get another one in, USA, UK, and it's just like you're constantly on TikTok, and it's like you can't make the best videos possible. So you use money to just get rid of that shit. You don't need the money anyways. If you can afford it, just use that to scale. You'll get a return, and it just prints money. That's the game. If you're trying to do this by yourself at this scale, it's not going to happen, or it might take you so many hours, and you're just going to be drained, and you're not even going to be in good health. You've got other shit to probably deal with as well. So this is how you scale. It's so effing beautiful. I'll give you another example. And it's kind of random, but it's not random. So, I met a girl the other day. Surprise, surprise. Probably one of the smartest girls I've met. She's in Thailand, of course. And she was telling me about her business, right? So, no disrespect to girls, right? Girls aren't really business savvy, right? And when I was speaking to this girl, she told me what she did, right? So, she manages OnlyFans girls, right? On Discords, Reddit, agency, and all this kind of stuff. And what she does, right, I think she's making 15k a month, which is fucking insane for a Thailand girl, right? If you think of the average, I think the average salary in Thailand, I don't even want to say, but I know it's less than $1,000 a month, right? It's so cheap out here, right? And the guys don't need much money, right? It is a shame. It is what it is. And especially if you're earning dollars and you're spending Thai baht, it's like, fuck, money goes a long way. But she's earning like 10 to 15k a month, right? Which is fucking insane, especially for a female in Thailand. But how she does this is she does the exact same model. And that's when it clicked. I was like, fuck, I'm on the right path. Because she does the exact same thing. So instead of her answering all the DMs to the fans, so pretty much the girls will come, she'll take photos of the girls, they'll blast them on the OnlyFans. The horny guys out there are like, oh yeah, they're paying all the subscriptions. But the real money on OnlyFans, that's what I learned, is made in the DMs because they have to pay to DM her, right? So it's very, very clever. And she could sit there and answer all the DMs on herself and be totally drained, and she might max out at maybe 3 to 5 girls. But she's got like 10, 20, 30 girls, and she's outsourced the chatters, so she just sits there and her only focus is taking the photos of the girls and getting more girls. She's outsourced the chatters, right? Cheap labor. And they reply, and she collects, and she scales it that way. So it's the exact same game. And it's always the exact same game in any business you do. It's fucking crazy, man, and it really opened my eyes up. And if you don't really understand what I'm talking about, that's fine. You're probably at the early stages of business. But if you understand some sort of scale, this is how you scale. Because it comes to the point when you start a business, when you start a YouTube channel, you're wearing all the hats. You're doing the thumbnails, you're doing the titles, you're thinking of the video ideas, you're making the video, you're editing the video, you're wearing 5 hats. Imagine if you could just take all these hats off as you make more money with the channel. And at the start, you have to wear all the hats, right? So for her, she probably had to wear all the hats first, answering the DMs, blah, blah. But once money starts coming in, it's like, okay, we can get rid of this hat, and we can focus on how to scale the business, right? Which is on YouTube, make the best videos possible, which is for her, find more girls to scale that out, hire more team members to answer more DMs because they're paying for the DMs. It is a beautiful flywheel. And it's the same for anything. So most people get to 10k a month and they just stop, right? That was like me. I remember when I first hit my 10k a month, it was fucking insane. It was wild. I felt amazing. I was like, wow, you created this. But you'll sit there and you'll stop. You'll start upgrading the lifestyle, of course. You'll maybe buy some new clothes. You'll maybe upgrade the gym membership. You'll do some stuff, right? You're fine. But a lot of people just stop there, right? And what happens is they just chill and then they eventually go down because there's new guys like me, that see opportunities and look at the competition like, okay, well, there's zero competition here. Let me just put 6 months to 1 year in and I'll fucking destroy them. And that's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. So you have to be going all in because you can start making money, but you can lose it very fast. And there's nothing worse than escaping the matrix, getting out your job, and then going back. Imagine going back to their job. Fuck. That must suck. And I never want to do that. So I have to go full balls to the wall. It's now or never, man. And you have to have that mindset. So if you're at square one, at least you have nothing to lose, right? I've got everything to lose. If I go back, it's going to be very funny. But I cannot go back because I'm all in. So if you're sitting there at nothing, it's fine. You've got nothing to lose, bro. It's only up. For me, it's like, fuck, got to keep on this or it's way down. And there's nothing worse as a man than losing shit, right? So for you, if you're just brand new, get fucking going and just test. There's very few people in the world like this girl, which was insane to me, is like she just wants it all. There's very few people like me, another guy, a couple of guys like Jack CEO of Testosterone. There's another couple of guys out here in Thailand, and we're all just on. We just want it all in our niche. We just want it all, and that could be all the influence, it could be all the money, it could be anything. But I want it all, and I will get it all. And if you're like me, you're very, very rare, but you will win. And you don't have to be like that. You can just do well. Like, you can get to 10k, 20k a month. That'll probably change your life. But I want 200k a month. I want 2 million a month. And I'm not going to stop until I get there. That's maybe a problem for me, but good luck for the competition. Now, how can you do the same? This is the most important thing. You just got to pick one business, brother. I know it sounds cliche, but if you're jumping around with quick dopamine, somebody's trending, talking about Forex, and then you hear about YouTube automation, go back to this, brother. You're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. You have to go all in. It's going to suck at first, but that's fine. As long as you're prepared to put in the 6 months to 1 year time, you're not going to go hungry. I promise you that. I mean, bro, think about it. It's so easy. Commit 1 year. You're already going to be in your job anyways, right? Chances are, if you don't have a job and you got no funds, get a fucking job, right? There's no excuses. So go and get a cheap job, a sales job, bank some profit, right? A YouTube business costs you nothing to start. Nothing. You just got to put in the time. You can jumpstart that by maybe buying some courses. I've bought some courses. You're not going to find one from me. I don't want to sell you anything. But go and buy some courses if you have a little bit of cash flow. That will jumpstart you faster. Invest in an editor once money's coming in, and then you can scale. Commit to getting 1% better every day, right? For 1 year. So, for example, if you're doing YouTube, post daily. If you post daily, and I posted 2 to 3 times a day because I wanted to fucking go, and I found winning video ideas, I made more of them, and then I monetized. So I sold ads, sold the community, and I'm just going to scale up. And how am I scaling that? Input equals output, just like all the accounts, to get more eyeballs, for more sponsors will come in, more ad revenue. I don't really care about that, it's just like free money. Ad revenue is just whatever, that just pays the editor. And then the more community sales, that's where I really care. That's what I want to grow. I want to grow more community sales, because that is the proper business. I don't want to have to rely on sponsors every single month. They're kind of annoying, but we've got a couple of consistent ones, but I would rather make all the money from the community, right? People that know, like, love, and trust me. That's what I want. So I guarantee you about 10K a month, man, if you follow this strategy. If you want to do YouTube, just do this. 12 months, guarantee you'll be at 10K a month minimum. Ecom, it's the same game. So when I was doing ecom, very square one, tested so many products. Problem with ecom is you need some money, right? Ecom's not the best anymore. You can still drop ship, but chances are you don't have an audience, so you're going to have to pay money on ads. So it's going to cost you more, but it is what it is. You get to decide, but you can probably scale. In fact, you can scale this way more than a YouTube. YouTube takes way longer if you're doing it organic. Test products, scale winners. It's that simple. SMA, right? So what is SMA? You blast clients on DMs, you book calls, you close, and you do this daily. So if you're reaching out to 2 people per day, you're not doing enough. Reach out to 100 plus, and you'll start to see infinite money, and you'll never go hungry. Now, hacks to make it super effortless. Number 1, get in shape. If you're not in shape, you don't have to go at my level, but what are you doing? Because if you're in shape, you just feel better, you look better, you just want to work more, and it just becomes effortless. Get in shape, please. Find a network. That's going to help you. Find like-minded guys that are on the same path as you, that believe in business, that are in this. You don't have to be on the same business model, but if you're hanging around guys, and that was something I invested in this year, and I'm going to keep investing in, if you're hanging around guys that are literally all about business, all about the gym, all about just making money, and all about just dominating, it's going to be very hard to not follow that. And just, if you're like the 5th guy there, and people say that you are the sum average, and it's so true, I've learned this so recently. If you are the sum average against 4 killers and you're hanging around with them daily, you're not going to be a loser. It's going to be you might be a loser for like 2 to 3 weeks, but it's going to be very easy to pick up, because we traditionally follow people. If you're hanging around with Jeffreys that go to the pub, that drink, that have a 9 to 5, that do cocaine on the weekend, that try and chase girls and never get anything, guess what? You become a Jeffrey. It's that easy. The quickest thing is just ditch your mates. Ditch your mates. You got it. Chances are, if you get rid of the booze, you get rid of whatever the activity you're doing, you're not really mates. You get rid of the weed, nobody's hanging around with each other anymore. It's absolutely insane that you guys think that, you guys all know that you guys all know that quote, if you are the average of the 5 people, you'll become the average bum. But you guys are still doing it. It's insane. It's insanity. So don't reinvent the wheel. When you do any business model, the secrets are already out there. YouTube, they're already out there. Ecom, find products that are already working. Don't reinvent the wheel. You might as well just get some cash flow first. You can go and create a brand on dropshipping down the line, but get the initial cash flow, find what's already working by other brands, and you scale that. Same with YouTube. Winning titles, winning thumbnails, scale that. Now, there's obviously more tips to this on the surface. This is just kind of like phase 1, but this will get you to 10K a month in 1 year. I guarantee you that. Now, you scale this by putting more input into the machine to get more output. So exactly what that girl's doing with the chatters, exactly what I'm starting to do right now with all the different pieces of content going up. And that's how you get to 100K. I'll let you know when I'm at 100K a month and I'll make a video. But right now, we're doing very, very good, but we're investing a lot of money, but that will grow the pot. And once you understand that it takes money to make more money, and money is just energy, that's all it is. It's me investing in that guy in his agency, all the editors to make the videos, blah, blah, blah. Money goes there. He gets them all to work. He obviously keeps some profit, and he might invest in his business, right? And he gives me the output. I don't even need to post it. It's as we speak, YouTube videos are being blasted. Eyeballs are coming to me. They're going back to the main channel in the YouTube business, and they're buying my product. And that's the game, brother. I really hope this helps at least one person. If it did, I hope you can be very successful in the future and pass this information on once you make it yourself. Take care.